The Lotus Emira. This is an interesting one. I've actually tried this car before, and I wasn't impressed. The problem wasn't the car itself. I think it looks super sick, and honestly, it's probably one of the coolest cars in a while. The problem is more, it wasn't very fast. But of course, that is something we can change with a little bit of customization, a little bit of performance tuning, and if we feel like it, an engine swap. We can go to an inline 6 from a V6, we can go to V8s, and we can go to V8s. Okay, so we're stuck with V8s. It's a couple more cylinders. Now, okay, maybe I won't change it. That actually sounds super, super sick. I really like this thing. I think it looks really nice. In terms of cars of today, today's cars are never really that exciting. But this one, quite frankly, is one of the exciting ones. Now, we need to see what it's performing like. The unfortunate thing is Need for Speed Unbound is quite aggressive. The top of the class is so vastly different to the not as good in S+. So this probably won't go S+, but we're gonna try it. How's the interior? Oh, she's a manual transmission. Very nice. And the wheel and everything, it kind of reminds me a little bit of the Corvette. I don't know if you agree, the C8. I think I'm gonna say that this is probably a bit nicer than the C8, but it's also maybe a little bit generic. But the modern cars, ladies and gentlemen, who would have thought? Oh, and clearly the one they were using for shots had a low pressure on one tire, or maybe a flat one. Naughty, naughty, it's not drivable. In a world where cars are getting more and more boring by the day, we must see if this thing can hold up to the hype. It's beautiful. Considering the Supra, the 400Z, and things like that, those two have issues that I don't really get along with. I think ultimately this looks nicer. Maybe I'm just getting old, or maybe those companies are just getting old. Always blame other people. That's the American way. It's everyone's way. Move out the damn way. So we got 173 miles an hour out of this thing. Pretty solid at that speed. Not much more. You know, we may have some room for improvement. But before we do, I need to give this guy a present. Dinged. So part of me wanted to try this online, but of course I need to unlock it. And I think it's worth testing on this kind of base to see if it's worth unlocking on the online. Because you have to do 15 mixed speed lists. And well, I'm like halfway there, but again, is it worth my time? Let's find out. Let's start off with going for the full body kit options. Now, this is a new car, so I'm actually curious. Oh, the Speed Hunters kit is looking really good. Look at that rear end. Holy crap, that is beautiful. We got the Criterion body kit, which is a little bit more subtle at the rear. Still quite aggressive at the front, like much wider. That is actually really cool. And it has a roof scoop. It's beautiful. Mwah. Thank you, Lotus. Amazing. Oh, kind of McLaren, kind of Murcielago looking. I don't know. It's got some really nice kits, and this bumper delete here, the Alchemist kit, which almost looks like that new Celine. That is sick. I kind of want a combination of all of them, but I think my favorite of them is probably this one here. That looks amazing. I know that rear reminds me of another car. Surely that's from like another Lotus, right? Because it screams another car that I know. We got the spoiler options to go through. Oh, we got a wang and a wang, of course, you already know. And we've got the attached to the actual body of the car. I really love these. They suit so well. But the only issue with this, is this attached to, yeah, it's genuinely attached to the glass. That is not safe. Who stuck that on? Either way, we've got this wing here. We've got a bigger wing here. We've got a floating wing here. We've got some really cool options, and I think my favorite is probably this, because it's like a mixture of an actual standard wing with fitment of a proper wing. So something interesting on this car, obviously, is that it does say in the window Lotus V6. So if we swap the engine, will it actually change it? It won't. I know it won't. Right, how do we prefer this to be? We've got this one or this one. I actually prefer this. The lip wing is really nice. Like, it's kind of extended. Oh, but I like the air exits that... Man, this is difficult. We got the front fenders, which we can make a little bit smaller. Absolutely not. Or we can have more aggressive cutoffs. You know, I kind of like the aggressive cutoffs with the same rate. That, oh, you know, I'm sticking with the Speed Hunter. The Speed Hunters kit may be my absolute favorite for this. The front end on this, looking the Celine-like, looking more aggressive, looking more sleek, and the bumper delete. I'm actually going to keep the Speed Hunters kit. Genuinely, this may be the first time I've gone fully Speed Hunters on a kit. No canards. Disgraceful. Unacceptable. Whoa, the Criteria HUD looks really sick. Oh, but you know me, I like the vents on the front. Criteria. I'm changing it up. Side skirt options is the standard with the Speed Hunters kit, the Lotus ones, and the Criterion ones. Ooh, I'm going Criterion. GG's. Exhaust customization is probably just going to be changing the standard tips. It is. These are slightly angled. That's pretty cool. Diffuser is the final piece of the... Whoa. Oh, this thing is mega. I really like it. And I think the carbon one is the best. Oh, and if you delete the bumper, you get... What? I just read the arch liners. You get to keep the visible exhaust there. That's one thing I really love about this. And we got the shrunk lid too. Completely forgot about this. Oh, we can hide the fact that we got the V6 if we want to. That makes so much more sense. To me, it sounds like it's supercharged, right? I think that's the way it is. I'm guessing, but we're gonna check. I want to confirm this right now. Supercharged, it makes sense. It's so funny how popular turbocharging is that supercharging just seems to have disappeared. But the odd brand goes, you know what? Stuff you off. You're doing it wrong. That is stunning. Wow. This makes me want to get designs on my cars in real life. I've not done it on any car, and I really should. Because look how beautiful it turns out. I'm going for that. That is incredible. Can someone make something like this for me? Someone, please. What car? I don't know. My LC. Let's do the LC. I need wheels. Pause on that. Let's... Wait, I should just steal one from Gran Turismo. That's a great idea. So, fun note for you guys. The potential horsepower is best with as it is. So that's quite interesting, but of course it already has the aspiration, and I wonder if some of those do not, and that's probably why. But it's not elite, so we could genuinely go crazier with it. But let's start off nice and simple and put on all the parts that you need to get yourself to S+. It's already flying. Oh my god. That supercharger packs a punch. 387 is where we sit before we swap in something with a little bit more boost. Of course, the turbocharger is the best. This is an actual disgrace. This is a disgrace. I'm sorry. I'm so sorry, Lotus. A little bit of color mixed in with a gray. Oh, it just works so well. What a beauty. I'm gonna be honest, I've seen a lot of people's builds of this. Some people have sent me some of them, and some people have just downright been using it online. But I've got to be honest, this looks so much nicer now that I've built it. Okay, so I chose some pieces that some people have already picked. But ultimately, I love how bright and colorful this is. I feel like this is a car that needs to be bright and colorful. And it even continues down the back window, which has got the cover on it, which definitely helps. Anyway, this thing slides a hell of a lot. I actually feel like I want to make it grip up. What? How is it that much grippy already? All right, let's go full grip. Full grip with brake to drift still in action. That grips up way more than I thought it would. I'm trying to drift and it's like, nah. Grip. I think it has a similar problem to a lot of those cars when you put them on full grip. I don't know if you guys have noticed this, but oh my god, this is actually pretty quick. It's definitely not one of the quickest cars. That's for damn sure. But oh, the change, the noises, everything sounds really sick. But it just doesn't feel like S+. Once you drive the Regera or the Bugatti or something like a hypercar, this just gets ruined. The recurring problem is that when a car grips up too much, when you drift, it grips, which kind of makes sense, but that's a problem in this game because you shouldn't do both. You go, you go. It does a weird combination of the two. It's more grippy, but it still slides to all hell. It's wrong. It's quite frankly really wrong. And where does it think my exhaust is? What was that? Right, come on, Medusa. You ready, mate? Oh! You ready? Here we go. Get the launch. Now, in case you don't know, the Mercy is actually a really, really good car on this game. She is on the hardest difficulty. She has got a bet against her. She should be pulling like a proper Murcielago. However, I'm an idiot. How did I manage? Oh my god. But since we've got a grippy brake to drifty build, let's try and use... What? That's how you want to play? She's still pulling away from me. Medusa, you're going to crash in the section above. I know for a fact. Shut the hell up, late. You know what? This handling is crap, and I can't change it in the race. Thanks, Criterion. Thank you so much for making it worse. somehow. Am I gonna like crash out and die in a minute? My health is not good. It's fine. We're pulling on her though. We gotta take her down. Corner, corner, corner. Yeah. So I'm gonna say, to be honest, it's actually not bad considering I had a really negative kind of outlook on this car previously. This is doing much better than I thought. Yes, repair. I'm not trying to distract you, lady. I'm trying to repair my damn whip because I smashed it up a million times. Let's go. So the micro drifting in this car is really good, actually. Once you can actually do it, you've got to be going really quick, though. If you're going any slower, yeah, you're going to have some problems. That's when it grips up. That's the problem there. So weird. So weird. I'm still getting used to this handling model. I'm still, I don't know. Every car feels different, and I do enjoy that. That's something that I've wanted for such a long time. I mean, saying that, Need for Speed's always had that feel, but not to extremes of this level. Not like to a Gran Turismo level. Obviously, it's not Gran Turismo. But you know what I'm saying. I always look at the money. How much money will I get? Buy-in is just as much as I want. So basically, you end up with bugger all. Thanks. I think it's safe to say I'm probably gonna continue to unlock this Lotus in Need for Speed Unbound Online. It needs to be done, and I've only got 7 of the challenges left to do. And quite honestly, the mixed tier list. Look at that grip. Watch him. Ooh, whoa. The mixed tier list is probably among my favorite. No! Oh my god! Because you can't just smash out the Regera and dominate the class. You can't just smash out the 488 and cheat your way to victory. You've got a mixture, and I want to see more of that when it comes to the online. I think what should happen is cars should also be in a class of sports, SUV, trucks, things like that, and we get races based on that and level. That would be interesting. Check out this video. That's also quite interesting. Smash like, subscribe, and peace.